Hey Leo, Mariah here. It's an absolute pleasure to be reading for you today. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing really well and life is okay. And if not, I do hope that it does get better for you pretty soon here. So with us moving into September and the fall around the corner, I want to see what's going on, right? So Leos, let's see. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors. What does Leo need to know? Okay, we got the Temperance. What else? Nice, we have the Star. What else? We got the Queen of Cups. And lastly, we have the Eight of Swords. This feels like a new slate. This feels like a clean slate. This feels like a fresh start. Something that you're doing. You've wiped away the old and you're trying to grow a new foundation for yourself. But what's coming to mind is don't choke. The saying, don't choke. And I only say this because there's this energy of walking into a new experience and freezing up. And as I was saying, clean slate, a new foundation, a new start. But it's like almost once we get into that new element, we start choking. So whatever this is that you're moving into, this is something that we've always wanted, that we've always hoped for, desired, maybe, and even putting in the effort, right? Maybe putting in the effort, putting in the action, and it's happening or it's soon to happen for you. But again, there's this sense of choking. And I don't say this literally, but more so figuratively. It's like a space of analysis paralysis, now being in this new situation, this new environment, or under these new circumstances, or even dealing with a new person or people. And because we're moving out of our level of comfortability and walking into unknown territory, we've already gone through the process of releasing something that's been very stressful, that's been very daunting, very tiring, very taxing, not only on our emotional space, but on our psyche. Something has really been wearing you down, tiring you out, and it's been a burden. Whether it's just you being in your own head and making your own self tired, that could be even dealing with these thoughts or even intrusive mental patterns of a situation. Now on the flip side of this, something you may have been dealing with on a circumstantial level has been keeping you feeling bogged down and tired and exhausted and even drained to some degree. And it's like you're finally releasing whatever this burden was for you, right? So I love that. This way you can move into a calmer space of clarity, a calmer space of peace, a calmer space of healing, and a new beginning that comes along with that. And once we start to move into that new reality and within our new existence, it's like we start to choke a little bit here. You know, and they say the fear of success can be just as great as the fear of failure. And this is the part where we have to be a bit cautious with ourselves, Leo, because I think this is where patience kind of comes in for two reasons. Because maybe this is something you've been wanting to do, maybe waiting for it to happen. Maybe you've been waiting to get to a place of complete healing, and now you're at a place of complete healing. Maybe you've been waiting on that job, maybe on a new home, maybe on your love life situation, maybe for your finances to improve. And you've been patient, right? And we've seen for months just things that have been kind of up and down here with you and with your life experiences. But nonetheless, you're moving through to the other side. And that's something to be admired. That's something to be celebrated. And that's why I have to give my hats off to you, Leo, because you've been making progress. Even if you can't quantify it, you really have, especially with looking at how things have played out for you again over the past few months. So I have to give a lot of honor to you nonetheless. But the concern here is on the flip side of this patience is now that we're living in our experiences, our new circumstances, a new welfare, our new state of being in mind. It's almost like the feeling of, I don't know about this. I'm not sure if I can do this. I'm not sure if I made the right decision, if that was the right decision. Am I really ready for this? Am I really prepared? You know how we start to go into all the if questions. So I don't know if this is self-limiting beliefs, maybe doubt, maybe because this is a new circumstance you're being put into or being thrown your way. It has you feeling a little out of sorts. It's like I'm so out of my element to some degree, and it reminds me of those people. And I'm not saying you personally, because you know, I like change my words sometimes. But for an example's sake, right? It reminds me of those people who will pray and manifest and ask for what it is that they want, but also put in the work as well, right? So we're just not praying about it, but we're actually doing the footwork. We're dealing with the stress. We're dealing with the BS that comes along with this entire process. And then when we get to the outcome, it's like, I'm happy to be here. I'm excited to be here. You know, I feel emotionally fulfilled. I feel emotionally content and stable with myself or my new circumstances or new situation. My emotional needs are being met. I feel like this gives me a more optimistic hope for my future now that I'm seeing progression and I'm seeing change, and I can now see the light at the end of the tunnel and really create a roadmap or a blueprint that will adequately get me further along the destination of where I want to go and where I want the span of my life to be. But mentally, there's a trap here, you know? Those wonky fears start to creep up. It's like, if I was to give you another circumstance or example, somebody moving into a new relationship. It's like, you feel ready, you've prayed, you've healed, you've done all the things you needed to do. You get a new partner. That partner is treating you exactly how you will want them to treat you. You're getting your emotional needs met, and you're feeling fulfilled in a relationship. But psychologically, it's like the ghost of our ex's past still haunts the mind. And not saying necessarily you think about your exes, but I am saying maybe whatever trust issues or abandonment issues or even your own imposed fears and limitations, or we're just overanalyzing the situation and making things more mentally complicated than what it needs to be. And that's what I'm seeing here. That's the best way to break this down. There's a lot of mental complications that you're dealing with, and it's not in alignment with the reality of the situation. So this is gonna have to be worked on, Leo. So what else? The Hermit. You know, you won't tell me what is causing the mental complications. I just know you're not talking to nobody about it. Hopefully the mental gymnastics or the analysis paralysis isn't too overwhelming or isn't too severe. But me personally, as a reader, if I get an energetic no, like that's none of your business, I'm not going to pry. I'm not going to try and pry into your space. I will respect that. But I won't push it with spirit. You won't let me know what this mental confliction is. And I wish I could know, so that way I can help guide you through whatever this block is for you. But if you are going through this space and, you know, after you're moving into new circumstances, please, if you can, just find a good confidant, a good friend, you know, somebody you could talk to. Or if you don't have anybody to talk to, pray, meditate. You know, you need to find some form of release. You need to find some form of safe haven where you can really release these thoughts. I'm hearing come see about me. Come see about me. Who is this for you, Leo? It's like a deep masculine voice, very stern. If I was to give an example, kind of like very white, very deep. It's a man though that's saying this. You know, I hate doing this. You know, I hate fucking doing this shit. I hate going there. And I know this is where a lot of you guys are going to fall off, right? A lot of you guys are going to fall off. A lot of you guys are like, oh, that ain't my reading. No, whatever. And that's fine, right? But you do have one foot in this world and one foot in another world. And I'm not trying to go too left. I'm not trying to go too spacey or too spiritually off the grid with this. But you may have felt, especially in this lifetime, alienated to some degree, Leo. Maybe you really have felt different from other people that were surrounding you, or that was maybe even you felt different from the people you grew up with, the people that were in your environment, the people that you associated with, maybe the people that you were born into, right? The family that you were born into. There is some sense of alienation here with your energy. It's just different. Your mindset is just different. The way you process things is just different. And it feels like this isn't your first reincarnation here. It's not just you feeling crazy. You're not crazy. Like, you've been here before, right? And whether you know this or not, but it feels like if I'm telling you this, you've already felt this, right? Like, you've already lived some of these earthly experiences, especially with how keen and how sharp your wisdom is, even at a young age. And to have that kind of wisdom, to have such an acute, refined, attuned wisdom, when it comes to your foresight, you can even see how things are going to unfold before they happen, especially if you're very in tune with your intuition and how your mental and spiritual space processes things. And again, it's the root of wisdom. It's like certain experiences you may have felt like, Why do I need to go through this? Why does this have to happen to me? Why do I have to experience this? I don't need to learn this lesson. I don't need to learn this again. I've already got it. I already learned the lesson of this. Why is this being presented on my table? And I intuitively feel those intrusive thoughts tend to come up when you're placed in a very difficult situation or difficult situations of why is this happening to me, or why am I dealing with this? It's like you've already experienced some of these lessons you're learning, even though the subconscious is very aware of what's happening. The conscious is not aware of what's going on, which tends to happen with some people when they do reincarnate. And I would say that to you because I'm hearing that voice of come to me, come speak to me, that masculine voice. This is somebody that's on the other side for you, Leo. This is somebody that's connected to the other realm. And again, it's like, come see me, come see about me, come talk to me first. This is somebody that's been guiding you through this process or through these earthly experiences. Even in your time of feeling alienated or even feeling ostracized and not really having people that understand you, your perspective, your outlook, or who you are, your walk of life, the way you make certain decisions, why you make the choices you make, why you choose the things you do, why you choose the directions you choose to go in. But because whoever this is, I don't know if this is somebody from your past life reincarnation, if this is somebody that was a lover, if this was somebody that was a father, a good friend, a brother, an ancestor, like an elder. But whoever this is, it's like a guardian, like it's a very masculine energy. Very. Like if I can tell you, Leo, obviously you are blessed. And sometimes those blessings can be heavyweight. Sometimes too, ignorance really is bliss. And it would be easier, right, to not be privy to the magnitude of how great we were blessed. But your deep knowledge and your connectivity to wisdom and your other connection to the other side, you can feel things before they happen. You just know. You're just on fucking point, man. And it makes it a bit difficult in this lifetime when we go through certain situations and we don't feel like we have people around us, or the people that we're dealing with or associated with can really understand us. And this is why I have to say to you, please find an outlet if you can. But whoever this masculine energy is, it's someone that's connected, like I said, to the other side. You need to speak to this energy. And this reminds me of the last reading that I just did. Whether it's through meditation, whether it's through prayer, you're too wise, you're too experienced. And Leo, you're too damn connected. Come on now. You are too damn connected to be in an Eight of Swords analysis paralysis, too much in the mind. And because you really are connected to the other side energetically, spiritually, intuitively, the mind space is helpful when we need to look at things objectively outside of the feeling space and be able to strategize and plan. But when you're somebody that has a deeper purpose, that has a deeper meaning in this lifetime, when you're somebody that's truly blessed from the other side, you must instinctually connect more. This means walking that fine balance of being able to be in the space of your spirit and soul and your intuition, not just only being in the mental space. And that's not to throw away logical and rational thinking, of course not. But when we are having a hard time making choices from our intuition, we have to move more into the space of our spirit. Otherwise, when we move more into the space of the mind, it will put us in analysis paralysis and have us in a space of confusion. And your soul is too deeply connected and senses past things that are logical. And I can bet my bottom dollar, if you look back at past experiences of what you've been through, what may have happened, and every time your gut told you, hey Leo, this is a bad idea, and you went against your gut 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 9, you can look back at those situations and say, damn, I wish I would have listened to my gut. Damn, I wish I would have listened to my intuition. Man, I wish I would have, etc., etc. You know, and that's because you have that foresight, but you're literally moving into a new beginning of what you've been wanting and what you've been praying for. But when you get it, again, I'm just seeing that analysis paralysis, and that's not the space your soul is comfortable in. Yet we go there because that's what we're naturally programmed to do. It's easier to go into the fear space versus looking at the fight space. You know, like, let me push through it. Let me figure this out. You know, what could I do instead? And, you know, how can I handle this versus this way? You know, instead of going into the fear space of, I don't know what to do. I'm uncertain. I'm unsure. I don't know. So again, whoever this entity is for you that's on the other side, stay connected. I feel like this is one of those really abstract, weird readings, because I just felt like I don't know. Whatever came out literally just came out. I hope it connects. Maybe it won't, maybe it will, maybe it makes some sense to some other people. It's like, fuck off, you know? I don't know. I'm just here to tell you what comes through. But I will tell you this, Leo, I do appreciate you. I do admire you. I do love you. I do care about your well-being. I do care about your state of affairs. And anyone with some damn sense of consciousness should not want to see another person going through, you know, these weird peaks and valleys in life. So I just really want the best for you. I really do. And I can't wait to see what you make of this new beginning of your life. I can't wait to see what comes of it. And I look forward to it, Leo. I love you so much. You take care. And bye.